Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put that Blink wired floodlight cam right here above my garage. So let's get started. Garage is kind of a mess. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the ladder. This ladder right here is great. Job like this around the house. You just stretch it out to whatever size you need. This ladder's good for up to 300 pounds, so it's good for me. It'll take me right up to the light. First off, you want to make sure you kill the power. Not sure where the power is. You can either kill it at the breaker box, but I have this switch here since we moved in that does nothing. I have a feeling it's the light out there. If this is the light in here in the garage, this does nothing. So I'm going to leave that off, and then we're going to test the power. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, I suggest you get a licensed electrician to do this. But as you'll see, it is not that difficult. So get yourself a meter. Make sure it does AC volts. Right here, the V for volts, and the wavy line is AC voltage. The solid line on top with the dotted line on bottom is DC voltage. So you want to turn it to AC volt. Then you're going to take the red and black prong, and you want to put it to your power wires. As long as your volts say 0 or close to 0, it means you have no power. Black normally on the ground, red on the power. First, we got to go up and loosen up the floodlight. Bakers, they used flathead screws, and I brought up Phillips head. I got to do it by hand. Wow. I used anchor screws on this thing. I wonder what the electrical box is going to look like. Not even weather sealed. Look at those things. Oh my word. Look what we got here. It's a regular 2x4 box. Cut into the brick for the outdoor light. So they put anchors in to hold this light. So I'm going to have to seal this one up when I get done. Not what I was looking forward to. So anyway, I'm going to disconnect these wires. Your black is your hot, your white is your neutral. Be careful and disconnect them, and then I'm going to take the light down and I will test for power. Do my common first, get it, or my neutral first, and get it up out of the way. Just in case this isn't coming from the switch. The lights never worked, but it could be the bulbs. So now I'm going to test it with the switch off. I'm not going to be able to show this to you. No power. Let me turn the switch on. Very safe and comfortable on this ladder. If you don't have one, I suggest getting one. That's my power. That was my switch. 124.6 volts. Good to go. Turn the switch back off and figure out how to mount this light. Unbox this Blink wired floodlight cam. 2600 lumens. I just wanted something in case I have a camera over here on the fence looking at the front of the door, but I wanted something they could see my vehicle out here that I don't keep in the garage. Maybe catch some wildlife. That's what it looks like. Everything's covered. And people fly down this road. Everything's protected really well in here. This is the S-hook to hang it when you're wiring it. And this is the bracket. The joy of an old house. This house was built in 1970. Not necessarily up to code. All brick. It's LED lights. I opted for the black to go with all the rest of the trim on the house. That looks pretty good. It's all adjustable. Lights are adjustable. You can see how wide of a range of motion these lights have. So you could hit light just about anywhere you want. Camera moves all around. The thing is it's held up. Let me show you. This is the mountain bracket that's supposed to go over a round light bracket. And see this post sticking up? Well, that gets bolted to the wall like so. Then see this hole in the back? It goes right over like so. And that's what holds this thing onto the wall. I gotta figure out how to get this mounted up top. Don't lose this book because this QR code is how you're going to hook it to your system. Here's all your different bolts, and then here are your new wire nuts. Don't reuse the old ones, and then your plug. So they just make one package in case you get the white or the black light. I guess they figured it's cheaper. What I'm not seeing is what holds this onto the bolt. Right here, there's a screw that goes through into the end. Here's H. So this is sticking out of the wall. This has female threads. Stick it into the light. It's got a Phillips head, and it tightens it down. So don't lose this. It's the only one you get. This will fit over the factory holes there, but somebody busted off screws in it. Lock. Might be able to go there. I'm gonna have to drill those out. Sucks. I didn't plan on this happening, guys. What I've decided to do, use my hand DeWalt impact and drill out these busted screws. Sounds pretty easy. That's a good idea to go ahead and cap these wires off. I'm the only one here, so I know nobody's gonna turn on that switch. Yeah, drilled the busted screws out here and here. So now I gotta find screws a little bit bigger that'll thread into that. But for me, that'd be the best way to hold this. See, that's gonna go in there. You're gonna get a screw there and a screw on this side. And then the thing I don't like is this house, there's no ground on this outdoor light. Doesn't make me feel happy. But what am I gonna do right now? So I'll screw it in like that. I'll tighten down this ground screw, wire up the wires, tuck them into the box, and then I'll put the light on, and then eventually I'll have to seal around the top. There is a gasket on it, but I'd still like to put some sealing around the top. You're not gonna be able to see it. You can see where somebody else did it already. Scrape that old crap off, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Looks like they're gonna grab. Oh yeah. One, two. Hold it nice and tight. Light's not gonna go anywhere. Get the S-hook and get you a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. And you're gonna hook the light to hold it up there while you wire it. Put your hook over the bracket. Hang it from your camera. And then wire your ground to your ground screw and the ground going to into your house. And I have a metal box. I doubt it's metal casing. I'm going to go ahead and wire the ground to this ground screw. Make sure you fold the wire around from the left to the right so that when you tighten it, it tightens the wire up too. If you fold it the other way, as you tighten it, you'll loosen the wire up from behind the screw. Make sure you get your stranded wire up in there far enough to get grabbed by the wire nut. That's a little trick. Hold both wires still while you twist the nut down and then pull on both wires to make sure it's tight. At this point, you can put electrical tape around it as well. There's no need to if you got the wire on good. Do it, light the light, and have the stranded wire sticking up a little bit higher than the solid wire coming from the house. That way my wire nut makes sure to grab it. Hold both wires still and twist the wire nut, and then those eventually twist around each other like so. Pull on each wire individually by holding the wire nut, make sure it's tight. Now what you're going to do, lift it up off of the S-hook, get rid of the S-hook, carefully tuck your wires back into the box. Line up onto that bolt. Here, don't drop this. Get that X, H nut, whatever it is, get it in there. Take a Phillips head. Do not drop that. That's not going anywhere, guys. Ran into a little bit of trouble, but nothing we couldn't handle, and we got it put up there, and it is solid. It's more solid than that old light, so I just need to seal over top. The seal around it, I think, sealed it pretty good, but there's one spot that might let water in. But at least it's up over under the overhang. See right there, we have power to our camera. So remember the book? You're gonna need this book for this QR code. You're gonna need to download the Blink Home app.